Hey guys. Um, I just wanted to do a quick supplementation video vlog thing for you guys. I mentioned on my blog earlier today that I was going to be doing this. I get a lot of questions on Twitter about things that I put in my food, about supplementation that I might take, about my protein powders. So I figured I would do a part one. I originally have this big video, but it was 15 minutes long, and I didn't think anybody would want to watch something that long. So I'm going to do just a quick overview of my supplements, why I decided to stop taking some of the ones that I used to take, and why I take the ones that I do now. And hopefully I can keep that really short for you all. So let me get started with just regular supplements. These are the ones I take now. This is BCAA capsules. This is branched chain amino acids. The reason why I take these, I take two 30 to 45 minutes before I work out and right after my workout. You can also take them between meals, but I don't remember to do that ever, so that's when I take them. What this is it helps reduce delayed onset of muscle soreness, or DOMS, as some people call it. And it also helps with muscle breakdown. When you're weight training and stuff, you get tiny tears in your muscles, and it helps like with the muscle synthesis so that you're not as sore the next day. And which is good, because if you guys are doing what I'm doing, I weight train a ton, but I'm also training for a half marathon, which is kind of weird. I know a lot of people don't do it that way, but that's how I feel comfortable doing it. And this helps me not be so sore the next day, which is super, super important, because nobody wants to be sore when they're running, obviously. So that's how I take those. This is my multivitamin. It's by Optimum Nutrition. This one was also by Optimum Nutrition. This is about $8.99 for 60 capsules. This is about 10 to 12, I believe, for 120. It's got a super long supplement factoid sheet of a bunch of all natural stuff. They don't use anything synthetic or anything like that. It's all from natural things. There's lycopene, like you would find in tomatoes, lutein for your eyes. There's stuff for your hair, skin, and nails. It's really, really good for you. It's all natural. There's nothing weird in it. That's why I take that one. I take 2 of those every morning, if I remember. So the last one I take, it's by Metabolic Response Modifiers. It's a smart blend of CLA, GLA, and omega fatty acids. You always need fatty acids and good fats and healthy fats in your diet. Don't fear the fat. Don't fear carbs. Don't fear fruit. Don't fear fat. It's about timing, portion control, and the right kinds. Healthy fats are super good for you. They help cut out the fat in your body. Like, it gets rid of the fat in your stomach, which is super, super important for people trying to lose weight. I can't emphasize this enough. Don't fear the fat. Just don't. It's so good for you. So this is what I take to get those in, because they're hard to find in some of the things. I don't eat a lot of fish, just because most of the fish sold around here is farm-raised, and farm-raised fish is bad. Bad, bad, bad. And we don't really have any good fish around here, which is weird because I'm from New England, but currently I can't find any, so that's why. Here's the protein powder that I use now. It's Sun Warrior. I also am ordering J-Rob's Whey protein. They're both clean. I'm going to explain to you why this one's clean, but J-Rob's Whey is also clean. For anybody who's been reading my blog lately, they know that I've been trying to find a clean whey protein to save my life. And I'll get into why most aren't clean. But I finally found J-Rob's Vanilla. He also makes a egg white, or egg protein, which is awesome and clean too. So I finally found one. Yay! So this is Sun Warrior. It's a raw vegan protein. It's made out of 100% whole grain brown rice protein that is sprouted. It has a complete amino acid profile for 98.2 assimilation, made from 83% protein. It's non-GMO and hypoallergenic and gluten-free. As most of you know on my blog, if you've been reading, I am deciding to go gluten-free for the next 8 weeks during the bikini series, not because I think it's going to help me lose weight, but because I think it's going to help me feel less bloated and help my body run a little bit more efficiently. Every time I tend to eat things with gluten in it, my body tends to feel sluggish, slows down, it gets all bloated, I feel icky. So I'm going to try and cut it out and see if that's the problem. If it's not the problem, it'll come back into my diet, and I'll have to think of something else. But also another thing that's important about this is non-GMO. Genetically modified organisms are so bad for you. They're found in a ton of things that aren't organic produce. It's awful for you. That's why some of your fruit and stuff has a really long shelf life. It's because it's genetically modified to stay on the shelf longer. That's awful. That gets rid of all the nutrients. There's tons of pesticides, tons of toxins. Stay away from that. It's bad. Look for things that say non-GMO. This is awesome because the ingredient list is super short. It's whole brown rice protein, vanilla, pectin, xanthan gum, and stevia. Most protein powders are made with sucralose, which is a fancy word for Splenda, and Splenda is a fancy word for I give you cancer and stomach tumors in small rats, and aspartame is also bad for you, and so is sweet and low. Avoid artificial sweeteners in your diet. You don't need them. If you're looking for a 0-calorie sweetener, do stevia. Also moderate that too, because you shouldn't have a lot of sweeteners in your diet. It's still not that great for you. But avoid the artificial sweeteners. They wreak havoc on your body. You don't need them. I promise you. There are a ton of proteins out there that don't have sucralose. Most of them do, but there are a handful of them that don't. This being one of them. J-Rob being another. Designer Whey is one. This one has 70 calories per scoop. There's only 1 gram of fat, 4 total carbohydrates, one of them being fiber. No sugars because it's made with stevia, and 16 grams of protein. It also has this giant amino acid profile. It's really bright where I am. I don't know, so whatever. So yeah, that's the amino acid profile. This is super good for you. It tastes amazing. I put it in all of my smoothies. We put it in our protein pancakes. We bake with it all the time. It's awesome for baking. It's awesome for those protein pancakes, and they taste amazing in smoothies. As you guys know, I am loving my smoothies lately. Warm weather is back. I'm loving it. It tastes really good in oatmeal too, if you guys ever put protein powder in oatmeal. If you guys are wondering what music I'm listening to, it's Time Flies, by the way. Check them out on YouTube. They're amazing. They're amazing. Let me talk about really quickly, why I don't use certain proteins anymore. I used to use BSN lean dessert protein when I started. Then I didn't like the taste of it, so I moved on to this Dymatize ISO 100 hydrolyzed whey protein isolate. And then for casein, I used only 2 scoops of this, and I'll explain to you why this didn't work out. The reason why I stopped using this BSN dessert protein is, first of all, there is a ton of soy in here. Soy is not good for you. You need to limit the amount of soy in your diet. It's awful for you. There's so many, look at the research. I'm not going to go on my rant about it. I did in a different video, but I won't go on my rant about it. It's just really bad for you. Cut most of the soy out of your diet. I hardly consume any soy. And there's also canola oil. There's a bunch of corn syrup solids and garbage. This is garbage. BSN don't kill me, but most of your products have a ton of garbage in them. There's so many corn syrup solids. There's high fructose corn syrup, sucralose, which is, like I said, Splenda. There's a bunch of bad stuff in here. Plus, this was 150 calories per scoop. That's absurd. 150 calories per scoop? I don't think so. I'm trying to lose weight here, people, not gain it. Here's the other one that I switched to. This one only has 106 calories per serving. It has awesome stats. It is 25 grams of protein, 0 carbs, 0 fat, 0 lactose, and a 90% protein ratio. The problem with this is it has potassium chloride, silicone dioxide, and my least favorite thing in the world, sucralose. I hate artificial sweeteners. I hate artificial flavorings. I hate artificial coloring. I stay away from it. I just can't stand that stuff. It's so bad for your body. You don't need it. Your body stores it as a toxin. It makes you fat. Don't eat that stuff. Yucky. I know. My rants are ridiculous. This is another thing. I only ended up using 2 scoops of it. People say to use casein before bed because it helps give you a steady metabolism through the night when your body is technically starving, and it helps keep that metabolism elevated. Also, if you're going to go quite a long time without food, casein will actually be the long digesting protein in milk versus whey, which is fast. You want whey right after you work out. You don't want to take casein. Casein creates like a jelly in your stomach, which is what makes you full. I bought this from Optimum Nutrition. It's a cookies and cream flavor. Has 120 calories. The problem with this is it's got enriched flour. Enriched is bad. That means they overprocessed it, took all the nutrients out, and then had to put them back in. That's nasty. Don't eat anything with enriched. If you see enriched in an ingredient label, put it back. There's high fructose corn syrup in this. People, if I had read that before I bought it, I never, ever would have bought this. There's so much crap in here that I can't even say. I'm not going to read it all to you like I did in a different video, which was 20 minutes long. But there's so much crap in it. It's awful. I don't know why people sell it. I don't know why people eat it. Don't buy it. But anyways, like I said, I found a clean whey protein. It's J-Rob. Designer Whey is also pretty clean. You can find those on Amazon. And all of my stuff I buy on bodybuilding.com or Amazon. Bodybuilding.com has the best prices and awesome service, awesome customer service and everything. I highly recommend Sun Warrior Protein if you haven't tried it already. They make the best protein pancakes. It's the best protein to bake with. It's very subtle flavor and all of those things, and it tastes amazing. The other proteins that I don't use anymore, another reason I stopped using them, they taste like garbage. There's garbage in them and they taste like garbage. Yeah. You never want something like that. Like, you want to enjoy your post-workout smoothies and shakes. So I hope this answered most of your questions. I tried not to go on my really long rants this time. That made this video 15 minutes, but I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you all later.